Generally, terms evolve out of attack. Creativity evolves out of attack. Necessity is the mother of invention. And a new term comes up that we have not heard before called a war on terrorism. But the real fight is never over what you can see. The real fight is always over what you cannot see. The hardest fight you ever will have in your life is to fight for things that are intangible. They're untouchable. Because you must understand, conceptual fights are the biggest fights because concepts are the creative realm. It is easier to fight for stuff than it is to fight for an idea, because the idea, the spirit world, is the parent world from which everything physical emanates. Can you follow me with that? Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by word of God, so that the things that do appear were not made from things that do appear. Hebrews 11:3. So everything that is tangible starts out as intangibles, okay? I wondered in my mind then, I said, isn't it weird that the early church had physical fights and they fought for stuff and they were martyred and they were killed, and the early apostles gave their life. They were sawn asunder, they were crucified upside down, they went through all kinds of horrible stuff, and yet as we get closer to the ends of age, we don't see as much of that as we did before. And the Lord said to me, it's because the war has slipped into the spirit. You're not being skinned alive, you're not being sawn asunder, you're not being crucified upside down. We're not seeing a lot of that amongst Christians, but you are being killed all the day long. You're being attacked in your mind and in your spirit and in your heart and in your attitude in ways like we have never seen before. Your attitudes are being attacked. The spirits of things are being attacked. Your emotional well-being is up under attack 24/7. Around the clock, we are being shot in our morality. We are being skinned in our integrity. The enemy is using your past to stir up all kinds of stuff to choke you to death with your childhood needs and your brokenness and your desperateness. The war has slipped underground. Who would have thought that we would ever have to fight stuff like powder and be at the post office talking about shut everything down over powder? We used to fight nitroglycerin and machine guns and all kinds of stuff like that. But the war has moved naturally into another realm. It has moved spiritually into another realm. You are being fought in ways you can't describe. You remember when he was talking about cell groups and how there were cells all over the country, and they could be living next door to you and they would be activated at different times. The enemy has certain things down in you that he knows are vulnerable places in your life that are cell group attacks in your spirit. And every time you get ready to step up or go forward or do something important, he will activate one of those cells that have been quiet in your life. You were quiet. You didn't even know it was going to come up again. Here you are, 40 years old, fighting something that happened when you were 10, fighting something that you didn't even think was an issue anymore. But every time you get ready to move, he activates a cell to attack you in ways that you had never predicted would happen to you. Marriage is 30 years into marriage, now you're talking about a divorce. You all been married 40 years, now you're sick of each other. You don't even know what day you got sick of each other. You just looked at each other one day and you say, I don't know whether I can live with you or not. 2 weeks ago you wasn't thinking like that. That's not your thought. That's an attack. That's a cell group that has been activated to terminate what you have. The enemy cometh to kill, steal, and destroy. But I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Somebody say amen. It is a spiritual attack that comes against you in spiritual ways. And because you are up under attack in your spirit, in your mind, in your emotions, you are lonely all the time. No matter who you're around, no matter how many people know you, you end up alone because you are up under a private battle that you can't talk about. Oh yeah, I got something for you today. It is a satanic espionage. It is a satanic espionage that has come against you for such a time as this, and you're being attacked in ways you don't even understand. You get depressed and you don't even know what you're depressed about. You feel like crying and you don't even know what you're crying about. You'll be driving down the road and you feel like, I don't even want to go to work. I don't even want to be me. I don't want to even, look at how extreme it is. It's not just I don't want to go to work today. I'm sick of being me. I want to just keep on driving, forget my name, forget where I came from, keep on going. It is a satanic attack attacking your mind, your heart, your spirit. It's not about the paycheck. It's not about the finances. It's not about the house. It's just a feeling of failure and forlornment that you can't understand. And for thy sake, we are killed all the day long. Never seen the time people coming in shooting up everybody in the house, kill all the kids, kill the wife, kill themselves. We didn't used to do stuff like that. You interviewed a person at work, well, Fred was fine yesterday. He was smiling, he was laughing and joking. I never would have thought he was a good man. We didn't think he would do anything like that. They're talking about the outside. They don't see the inside. The warfare is on the inside. We are up under attack. Terroristic attack. You are being threatened all the time. It's not what's happening to you that's hurting you. It is the threat of what could happen to you that is stealing every good day you got. You can't enjoy the good days because the enemy is threatening you. I'm going to do this or that. So you don't get any peace when things are well, and you don't get any peace when things are bad. Because when things are good, you're worried about them going bad. And when they're bad, you're dealing with what bad happened, and you haven't had any rest. You've had sleep, but you haven't had rest. You laid down, but you didn't go to bed. You're tired when you get up. You're tired when you go down. You are up under attack. If you talk to God about his purpose, he will always move over his purpose. He did not call you according to your purpose. He called you according to his purpose. And if you dedicate yourself to his purpose, he will protect you. He will provide for you. He will process you. He will keep you. He will strengthen you, because God always pays for what he orders.